What's up, Planko fans? I'm Jasmine,
And I'm Michael.
and you're watching M&J Games. Today we are doing a park tour for Heartland Towers by Tom Middleton 93, also known as Tommy CM. In the description, he says, "Welcome to Heartland Towers, a growing theme park within a forest. A wide selection of rides and coasters await you, as well as a few themed rides. Follow the build on my YouTube channel, Tommy CM."
All right, so I'm really excited to look at this because I watched the series, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. And that is a massive wooden coaster that just really kind of dominates the sideline of the park, which is nice, which was the intention of it. So as you can see, you know, we got I think it's about 5 coasters. You got a water ride, and I believe this was intentionally kept at the PS4 limit so that everybody could download it. And right away, I mean, what stands out to you right away before we even get started?
Definitely the giant windmills.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely the wind turbines. But yeah, so I'm excited to get started looking at this park, and let's start from the entrance. All right, so we're here at the entrance to the park, and there are more people leaving than entering the park. Where's everybody going? But yeah, so right away, any initial thoughts here with this main entrance plaza?
Yeah, I really like the big water feature, and then the coaster that's going above the building. That looks really cool. It just has some really cool sight lines right there. And then with obviously the wind turbines.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely like it. I feel like one critique is there's maybe too much or too many of the
Oh, the light posts.
of the light posts, yeah. And I know, you know, maybe you could just terrain paint right there a little bit to have it a different color.
Can you change it to nighttime really quick? I just want to see
yeah.
with all the lights.
Oh, I gotta turn this on. There we go.
Okay, I mean it is a lot of lampposts, but it's actually not as bright as I would have thought. So
Yeah, well, I think that's why he did it, just because trying to, if I'm remembering correctly from one of the earlier episodes, trying to make sure the park's lit up. Yeah, but like I said, if I were to give my suggestion, I would just say, you know, you can hide some area lights underneath the ground.
yeah, that's true, to make it brighter.
Yeah, to make it brighter, and you know, just kind of, they're almost like faux lights. That's just my opinion. But it's one of those things, I feel like at theme parks, you don't notice how many light posts are actually on the sidewalks and that you kind of walk by. But yeah, so I mean, I do like the entrance too. I like the building pieces he used. Tommy does a good job of making these really pretty grand entrances, but making them so unique, you know, because I think, like you've talked about before, a lot of times it's hard to make boxy buildings or kind of look unique, but I think Tommy does a really good job of it. And I love that waterfall feature right as the coaster goes around. And the colors of the coaster are really nice. So, I'm ready to get started. Which way do we go, Jasmine? Left or right?
Left.
Let's go to left. Everybody always goes to left. Oh, nice, you added signs. So, test flight, flight of Falcon, Falcons Nest, Timber, and Tree Topper. So, if we go to the left, which means we'll probably be ending with that B&M coaster. So right away, I mean, I guess this was
The test flight one.
test flight. Yeah, I like this. I like using the chain link fence pieces here. I think that's a good touch. And yeah, I think that's a good way to have a minimal theming, but yet still have some kind of little bit of theming for that ride. So what do you think of this bridge?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, it looks
I like
nice.
the foliage on top.
Yeah, and I like too that you've used the I think that's like the batten painted wood or something, I think, for this piece right here on the side. Painted wood batten, yeah. So it kind of adds a different texture that you normally don't see on these walls. So I think that looks nice. Alright, so we got staff only area, a little backstage area, it looks like, for the coaster. It's a little small little area. So those coasters are so unique. I've yet to make one of those in the game because they look so complicated.
Yeah, I haven't made one either.
What's it, the bird coaster? I forget. I think there's
Yeah.
only like one of them in real life, but man, this is a popular ride. Oh, I like what you did here with the entrance. Just having the green
Little
round
balls.
sphere. Yeah.
Sphere.
Yeah. Welcome to all new Falcons. So I know there's a lot of riding on here. Today you will learn to fly. Okay. Let's see. There are 3 lessons you need to know. It's an eagle. Be brave. With the American flag. Be strong. Oh, missed the 3rd one. And have elegance. And then if we look here, happy flying, good luck Falcon.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I like this station a lot. I think it's, you've got a look. You decorated this part a little bit. Bird control, that's nice.
Yeah, that's cute.
Gosh, this is such a nice station. With the, you got the open air. Oh, that's cool. The exit, and I think originally at one point you might have had this as glass, but I love that you made it kind of open air like this. You've got the storage bins. You know, this is nice. I like the detail here. Really nice. And the chandeliers.
I don't think I've ever used the chandeliers in the game.
No, I feel like they're it's kind of like when would you use them? Like, yeah, I mean, they're not really giving off light, right? So they're more just decorative.
Yeah.
So let's wait for the train so we can ride the coaster.
And I like that he has like a storage area, and then the exit is actually like a little room for them to go out of with a door.
Yeah, that door's for the staff.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the door where the staff member, in theory. Oh, you've actually made 2 doors. Okay.
Because I mean, I just don't even think of adding something like that on on my rides, and so I like that.
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna ride in the seat on this one. Yeah, really like how this ride turned out.
So this is an indoor ride, or?
No, just the first portion.
Oh, okay.
So as you can tell, just a lot of theming, kind of making it look like an overgrown, birdhouse, basically. Fly, fly, fly. I didn't even realize that it's got a little bit of a pinkish color to the coaster track. I didn't realize that before. Whoa! Alright, so what are your thoughts? Oh.
I like the ride. This is definitely, I've never made one of those, so I don't know how the mechanics work, but I assume it's sort of like the robot arm one where you can control how the seats turn and stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, so you can only control it when you go upside down like that. When you go, or at least to my knowledge, I've never made one of these, but I think it's where like you'll see in a second, as this one comes upside down, the actual track piece flips upside down, but the coaster cars actually just swap places. So kind of look what happens here with this. So as the track goes upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only way to actually affect it that way. And I think this is a really good job. Now the end did have quite a bit of swinging back and forth, but it's funny. I was about to say this is like perfect. And then the end swinging happened a little bit, but that's a fantastic ride, Tommy. And I applaud you for making a ride like that just because it's such a tough coaster, and there's not really any references online. Like you can't look up a B&M stand-up and get inspiration from that. And then we have Falcons Nest right here. So I like that. So you're really making use of that bird piece here. And so kind of what I like too about this flat ride here is it's really just feels so secluded, right?
Yeah, like when you're in the nest.
Yeah, I don't even think of it that way. Like you're in the bird's nest. That's perfect.
I watched his video on when he was making this ride, and I really liked that he put the little eggs in there.
Yeah.
I just would never think to like add like those details like that, and he has the leaves going and.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I can't remember if I know I watched all of them. I just don't remember watching him make this. But good job pointing that out, because I honestly didn't notice those eggs.
Yeah.
I don't notice a lot of the little things sometimes, so I apologize. But yeah, it's like it's like a whole nest there. I like how you did that.
Yeah.
And then I like this building. This is a very unique building. Like it's got these kind of awkward dimensions to it, but it really works and it looks really cool. And then how he's got the windows kind of going up at the same rate and stuff. Very unique dining space.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
picnic area.
Yeah, maybe only thing I would have done is either painted that part there or used small rocks and kind of continued the rocks this way to kind of cover that little bit of grass there.
Oh, okay.
So, only suggestion I would have. But I think, and then you got another flat ride here. So well done. So tree topper. And so one thing that's interesting too that I haven't seen done that often is when at the front of the park where you put your ride signs, you named all of your rides. Not just like the coasters or the thrill rides. Like you named all your flat rides as well. And normally you don't see that within parks. Like it's just like, okay, what are the ones that are going to attract a lot of guests, right?
Yeah.
So now the question is, because I see two lines here. Okay, so that's just kind of a cut through. I was trying to see if we needed to, which direction to go. So now we've got the timber, which is the mammoth of the park.
Oh, I like the sign.
Yeah, that is a really, really well done sign. So is that just made with haunted house wooden beams? Yeah, the wooden beams really work here since it's a wooden coaster. That's giving me an idea for my wooden coaster. It's not gonna be called timber though, but I like that. Really, really well done. So let's go through the queue, and this is a kind of a cool touch to me right here. Maybe it needs some fencing, but you got the coaster that literally comes right by here while the guests are waiting in line. Like,
yeah, that's cool.
That's gonna get you ready to ride some coasters.
I feel like queues are just not something that I think about before. Like, I feel like in order to make it look cool, you kind of have to plan. Like, I mean, he had to do some planning to figure out that he wanted it to go under the coaster and beside, you know.
For sure.
So, I like that.
Yep, and this is only thing that kind of goes through there a little bit. So maybe what you could do is just, I guess it messes up the height because you've got all this information here. So never mind. I was going to say just extend this ceiling a little bit.
Is that actually part of the coaster?
Yeah. So, some of the coaster
track.
Oh,
yeah.
Which I don't know why it does that sometimes.
I mean, that doesn't bother me because, I don't know, I feel like it's almost like decoration.
Yeah, I gotcha. I wasn't saying it bothered me.
Yeah.
Something I noticed, but yeah, this is good. I love using these ceiling pieces here, and I like the use of the hazard strips to let guests know, don't step here. So, I clicked on somebody. I was like, this is not called Guadalupe. All right. So it's called Timber. What do you think? Seat view, front row, or front bumper? What do you think?
Let's do seat view, but like from the back.
Okay. So car. Since it's a big wooden coaster.
Yeah, so we can see everything. Or maybe like what's the one that's like follow or something? Follow the train. Oh, chase, that's what it is.
Or you could do look forward, because then you can actually move it around.
Okay, yeah, look forward.
See, chase, you don't move it around, but you see the end of it. But this one, you can actually move it around a little bit. Yeah, and one thing too with the height of this, and I can't remember if he said this in his video or not, but I think it's good as it kind of blocks the edge of the park, right? So you can't really see that there's just all this extra space not used over here. So I think that's a good job, and we gotta look at the stats, so we'll look at that at the end. I forgot to look at that. I love this little piece right here.
Timber. I don't think I'd be brave enough to ride this in the way.
Yeah, well, I said the only reason I say yeah is because this looks like an old-fashioned wood coaster.
It looks like it's like really fast, and
the fast doesn't bother me. What would bother me is this thing's gonna give you a headache.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, we need to take some Advil to Kings Island.
Yeah. This is actually really funny seeing how the little guests, like the AI, does stuff.
And why they duck their heads so much is kind of funny. Like them right there. Alright, so, thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. I think the layout is really good, and I like how he created the station and everything. I think that was a good job.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't miss this. That's
the backstage area.
Yeah, he's got a transfer track.
Oh.
I think that needs to be lowered just a little bit though, like the ceiling. But yeah, creating a transfer track, I like it. Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of going through the track pieces a little bit. Right, am I missing that?
Wait, where?
Yeah, I think the ceiling piece, like for example, let's just say we were to...
Like the floor?
Yeah, the floor piece.
Oh.
Like, hold on a second. So like, I think... So like just going through the track a little bit. So the floor just needs to be lowered a little bit, but...
Okay. I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a... Sorry, I didn't mean to point that out. No, this is a great... I love the layout, too. I think the only suggestion I'd make... And let's look at the stats real quick. Because I want to see... Biggest drop, 73 meters. That would be, by far, the largest wooden coaster that's not a hybrid coaster in the world. I don't think there's one over 200 feet. This thing would be like... So 73 times 3.37, you know, that's at least, that's getting close to 250 feet. So that's a massive wooden coaster, which is awesome. Only thing I'd say, yeah, I think smooth out this part just a tad bit. And the only thing is, I think some of these hills are just a little bit too tall because it kind of loses some momentum going that way.
Oh, right, yeah.
So by the time you kind of get near the end of the coaster, it's just kind of losing momentum a little bit. So I think all that would need to be changed is change the height of this a little bit to maybe here, and that lower the height of these a little bit, so that by the time you get to these end ones, you've really got the some really good airtime moments, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think it's a really good ride, really fun.
And then the only other thing I would say is I feel like that coaster is so big that timber like on it actually looks so tiny compared to how big.
Yeah, you're
like
right.
It just should be I don't know how
a little bigger.
Bigger, yeah, just bigger to.
Yeah. Just extend the pieces to be like twice the length instead of like 8 meters instead of 4 meters. But I do like having this piece on here because that's a touch that I feel like we haven't seen a lot, but that's on a lot of wooden coasters have that look to it. But a lot of the elements were very like old-fashioned wooden coaster. So really enjoyed that. Good job, Tommy. And then we got another little flat ride here that's really, really hidden away well, which is nice.
I think that's my favorite flat ride in the game.
This one?
The free flyer.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It just seems like one of those like classic rides.
Would you go on it?
Yeah, I would.
So that means we'll have to find one like this at Kings Island and go on it.
But it doesn't quite take you upside down. It's just kind of like turning and goes faster a little bit. But
yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a cute little ride.
Yeah, for sure.
I could ride that. I could not the giant coaster, but I could ride that little.
Hey, I've got to give Jasmine credit. So we're actually going to Kings Island this weekend, and she's excited. So she's gonna try coasters more.
So okay. Don't put words in my mouth. So I actually looked up.
By the way, wait times. Love this touch right here.
Yeah, that is nice. I actually looked up tips on how to overcome fear of coasters, and they said that if you can either start with like the scariest coaster and then nothing else will be that scary after that, or just like gradually build up to get to. You
know what that means? Go on Orion.
I'm not saying that's what I'm gonna do. That was just what they suggested on what I read.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. But it also said, don't pressure the person to ride coasters if they aren't comfortable.
That makes it worse. Yeah, for sure. That makes it worse. I agree with that. Yeah. So I love this. I think Tommy was saying this is one of his favorite kind of themes or maybe stations that he made in this park, and so we'll get to this ride in a second. Oh, is it broken down?
What ride is this?
It's called Rusty. It's broken down. All right, we gotta gotta make sure mechanic's getting in there. Let's see. So yeah, but I'm excited to go to another theme park, and I haven't been to a couple this year, but to take more pictures and try to get more of an idea of how stuff's set up. And we are getting the fast pass, so we don't have to rush to get to rides and stuff. Oh, look at this ring toss. That is so cool.
Oh, that's cute.
That is really cool. Never pay money for that, ever. There's no way you'll win that. So yeah, I love, what do you think about this little area right here? Kind of the wind turbines and stuff.
What's the building?
So this is a flat ride, and it's very sci-fi themed. Let's see. Trying to find the entrance again. So it's called the Human Turbine.
Oh, Human Turbine.
Yeah, and so I like the theming. I remember watching him do this, and I think this is, other than the bird ride, I think the theming around this is really good. Yeah, so it's this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And this, I feel like this one is so hard to theme because it's like a very like rustic, almost like gosh, what's the phrase?
Like industrial?
Industrial, yeah. So it's like steampunk type, but somehow you made it fit and it works. So the Human Turbine. So when you're down here, you can look up and you see
well, and I like that he has that water feature because isn't it like those rides usually have water underneath them?
I think so.
So I feel like he kind of has like
right
this
there.
little pool. But I don't know, maybe it would be connected to that little waterfall, but maybe not. But I like that. I like that.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, obviously, it's right next to the turbines, so it's called Wind Turbine. We'll come back to this part at the end, so we'll make sure to walk around that area. But yeah, it's kind of this area you've kind of kept with the theming of kind of the sci-fi, with the building pieces and stuff, and the floor pieces. Ooh, and those benches. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, can you go back to the little shop? I like that he named the treats, like the shops, something that correlates with the theme for the main ride. I think that's cute. So instead of it being Cosmic Cow ice cream, it's Turbine treats.
For sure. To be honest, I did not know this could break down.
Yeah, I mean, the mechanic can he fixes like all of that stuff and like anything like the benches and stuff.
Yeah. And I like too how you change the elevation some. I am terrible with doing, like, I really need somebody to like teach me how to do terrain stuff well, because I'm just terrible with trying to get mountains and hills. So I'm trying to do more of that and having stuff not be flat. But I didn't realize it actually went up and then came back down. I like that because it's with how this is set up. It's kind of like you pay for the hot air balloon, and then you go up in the hot air balloon.
Yeah, I put that in one of my parks once, and it was just without anything there, and because it's technically not a ride, but I like that he has that little fence there, and there's a little man there if you want to buy a ticket.
Yep, for sure. And so this is Rusty. I agree. I like the station. I think it's very rustic, hence the name. And it looks like here we've got a little transfer track, which
Yeah.
you're doing a better job than I did because I didn't put a transfer track on my boomerang that I built in my Let's Play series. So that's a good job right there. I like the little red light right there just for a little detail. So, and here's the cue. Kind of keeping with the rustic theme, and of course love the name. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on test mode so that we can ride the coaster. What seat do you want to ride on in this one?
You pick this time.
All right, I think with these we'll just ride seat view.
Oh, it's the Boomerang Coaster?
Mm-hmm. I would love to hear from somebody, which Kings Island will ride one. It's a inverted boomerang, but has anybody ridden a boomerang that is not rough? That's what I'd like to know, because these rides are just awfully rough, but they do look nice in parks. And there we go. So that was a nice, really nice boomerang. And what I loved about it was it had some inversions that you normally don't see. Like normally boomerangs are very compact. Like normally this part is gonna be like right by each other. You know, it's gonna have that traditional cobra roll, and then sometimes these will kind of angle up near each other. But I believe this is called a bat wing, technically. I think is the phrase. I can't remember the exact term for it, but this is a very unique inversion type that you normally don't see. And then you don't really see the double loop as well. So it's very unique, and I think it's really good. So what are your thoughts?
I liked it. I liked the it seemed like it was really smooth to me. But I really liked the reverse part.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just from what we saw.
Yeah. Well, when I talk about stuff being smooth, I'm talking about in real life.
No, I know. I know.
These
I'm just
Vekoma
saying.
boomerangs are.
I know what you meant. I'm just saying that how he built it seemed pretty smooth.
Also, I love the supports that this coaster has in this game. Like, I love the supports here. I just think it looks really cool. And then especially if you do the Cobra roll, or I guess if you do, it's not necessarily if you do a custom corkscrew into the Cobra roll, it kind of has those really cool supports that I think are awesome. So let's continue on, because I believe we got two more main coasters to look at. And I do like the chain link fencing around. I know you're not a fan of the chain link fencing, but I really like it. And I like this station too. Gecko. Guess that fits with the color scheme. Ooh, this is cool. So the coaster launches.
Oh.
We'll put this on test mode.
Is it broken down?
Oh, it wasn't open.
Oh.
So the coaster launches, and I believe he said he modeled it, or maybe didn't model it, but took some inspiration from Rita at Alton Towers. And I like how the station kind of angles up.
Yeah.
So I think it looks nice. So let's look at these stats. Well, I guess it's testing, so there are no stats yet. but we will see after. Yeah, so let's ride front bumper view on this one. All right, thoughts?
Yeah, I liked it. What did you think of it?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the results right now. G-forces look good. You know, biggest drop's pretty short because this is about speed and being launched. And one thing I love too is put a station in here. So basically what he did was he took another vector coaster, put the station in here, and hid the operators in the wall. And so where it looks like this is holding another car. One thing could have even done more of is taken the ceiling pieces and put the ceiling pieces down to kind of mask the station platform. But this is fantastic. Really detailed, love it. I think the second half was better than the first half in my opinion. Like I think the first half there's a tad bit of smoothing needed. And where's that inversion? I think this inversion right here was too quick. Like it wasn't extended enough, if that makes sense. Like it just kind of whipped you too fast through it. But love the layout, and I love the path interaction. Like there's so many parts where the guests are walking where they get to see the coaster kind of flying by.
And it was cool at one point the train. See how the trains are kind of close together, and so if you were on either of them, you would be able to see the other one. But I like that
for sure. Yeah, so I think, like I said, I think this is the one area that need a little bit of improvement there. I think just need to extend that out a little bit. It's just my opinion though. But yeah, I like it's kind of a very foresty setting. So, and one thing too is this pathing. I like the color of this pathing. It matches that coaster, so it's kind of like you're in that area now. Oh man, I've never ridden one of these. See, these are ones that like kind of make me nervous to ride in real life because it's so many times that you do a loop in a row. So I feel like that would get me a little nauseated, but would you ever ride one of those?
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, and colored the benches that color too. It's nice. Forgot you can color the benches. So anything else standing out to you as we're kind of walking around here?
No.
So we got a nice little food area, and I like there's tons of space for guests to sit here. It always seems like though when you make seating areas and food plazas, the guests don't.
Yeah, they don't really use it a lot.
They don't use it, or they don't do what you're expecting them to do with it.
Yeah.
So.
But on that one, they just need to be cleared off, and then maybe they'll sit down.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they won't sit there if there's like litter on it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, so there's litter on all these, which is why. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. The janitor has to come and clear it up.
Well, let's get a janitor in here then, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. You're not hiring enough staff, man.
But I just feel like the AI is just tricky to.
Yeah. Hopefully that's something that'll be improved. Is the AI any better in Planet Zoo with stuff?
I haven't really noticed because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, I'm not really looking at the guests.
That's true.
I'm like building stuff and trying to manage the animals and stuff. So can't tell ya.
So now, as we see I think that's the final flat ride that we needed to see. Oh, I like that little touch of that little, whatever that's called up there on the hill. I think that's nice. So it's almost like we're in a very deserty area. Or it's more like, instead of deserty,
like
it's more
Western.
like, yeah, it's more like your, Grand Canyon. There we go. The not so
Grand Canyon.
Yep. So, with this...
Oh, this is the river rapids. Okay.
I guess it's not open. Oh, well. Well, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Let's test it. Yeah, we'll just have it testing. I guess I should have... That's one thing I need to do a better job of, is go through and make sure and open up the rides beforehand. So this is one thing I've learned from Tommy, is doing this in chase mode is a lot better. Because you can actually see
rides. Yeah.
Like chase mode, or even look forward, because, oh gosh, hold on. Sorry guys. That was not my intention. There you go. Now look forward, you can't look around, but chase mode, look forward, you could actually look around and stuff. Chase mode, you can't. But I think this is the best way to look at these river rapids rides. And I noticed that fencing going around the outside. That must have taken a long time. Very tedious.
Yeah.
But it looks really good.
I like that he put like a little life raft on the fence if you did happen to fall out.
Yeah, very true. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Now I'll go on a river rapids any day.
See, I'm not a huge water ride fan at theme parks, just because the water always smells nasty, and it's like, I don't want to smell like that the rest of the day.
Yeah, but you don't get that wet.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And you'll dry off if it's summertime.
That's true.
And
but those
you
always
take shower when you get home.
Those always seem to be the longest wait times in the summer.
Yeah, because it's so hot.
Especially when we went to Six Flags over Atlanta that one time.
Yeah, and then the river ride, then the ride closed. We got in the boat, the little boat, and they closed the ride down for maintenance.
After waiting like an hour and a half.
It was terrible. I was so mad.
Yeah, I like this waterfall touch here. It looks really nice. See, I think we should talk about this river rapids again. So.
What you mean?
No, I was just kidding. I was just joking around about how we're talking about our experience with the river rapids. Yeah, this is nice. I like the, the only thing is I wish we could bring in more terrain paint tools, because it's like sometimes before making a park, you really got to think out.
Yeah, that's true. What paint you're going to need.
This would be a perfect time to use the deserty paint. Yeah, the orangey paint. Or mix in some of this with the orange, kind of blend them a little bit.
Yeah, that's true for the Grand Canyon.
But it's like, I just feel like they don't give you quite enough slots. I feel like we need like 2 more slots to really be able to do everything that we would like to do. But I like the amount of rock work here and stuff.
Yeah, and he did a good job with this, because it feels like you're really immersed in the canyon.
For sure. Especially this part here. Before there weren't too many rocks, but now it really feels that way. It looks like we are back at the entrance. And I like that little station too. Like, it's nothing too crazy. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. So now I'm really excited for this coaster, because I think this is probably going to be my favorite one of the park. Because I remember when he built this, I thought it was awesome. Like, that curve right there, very realistic for B&M ride, at least from my understanding of it. Nice carousel, colored the same. Oh, I didn't even notice this too. You put a little ladder up there, so in theory somebody could climb up here.
Yep.
And then, whoop. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so as we can kind of see an overview of the area, looks nice. Yeah, really excited for this coaster.
I have a friend who her husband is actually a wind turbine maintenance person.
Turbine shop.
And yeah, dangerous job.
Oh, Tommy CM t-shirts.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And then this goes to...
Oh, I didn't see that before.
Oh, that was the exit of the Turbine shop. That makes sense.
Well, that's cool. And so they have to walk through the shop to get out.
Yeah, I need to do more of that.
Yeah, I never think about that.
That's how...
That's a good touch.
That's how, like, all the main rides
There's
are
a ghost.
in parks. Oh, it's a ghost. So, Pulse. Oh, and you changed up the fencing. Forgot about that. Yeah, I don't use these Adobe pieces much. I did on my most recent coaster. The only thing I don't like about some of these pieces is they don't give you the 4 meter, like the ones where it's like you can to where it's like the 2 meters of it is below the other part, you know, kind of makes the L.
Oh,
They
yeah.
basically just have 4 meter pieces and you gotta decorate it. But I like the station. I like the decoration here on top.
For those wall pieces, I kind of mix those with the what are those other ones called that are like Spanish looking? Stucco.
Oh, stucco.
They kind of look similar.
Okay.
So yeah.
So here are the results. G-force is really good. How's the biggest drop only 20 meters? I feel like it's bigger. Oh, here's why. Because it's kind of how this is. They count. I think they count here to here as one, and then here to there. So like they don't count it as a full drop. That's very interesting. So yeah, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and ride the coaster. This is a stand-up coaster. All right.
Yeah, I really like that he had those water features in it.
I think that adds a really, really nice touch to it.
Yeah.
Right here as the coaster comes around. Kind of adds a little bit of theming to it, you know?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. I think that's really cool. Multiple water fountains throughout the park, or waterfalls. Water fountains. Waterfalls. But yeah, I like the layout. I think it's... you know, kind of the elements kind of hold true with the B&M. You know, once again, maybe extend that out just a tad bit, but I think overall, I think it's a really good ride. So out of your, what was your favorite part of the park, and did you have a favorite coaster or ride?
I think my favorite coaster was the Boomerang one.
Oh, okay, Rusty. Yeah, that's a good coaster.
Yeah, Rusty.
Yeah.
I think so, but I really liked the queue on the Timber ride.
Over this way. I mean, that is just massive. Like, that is, gosh, that's such a cool sideline. I mean, just imagine you come to the park and you see a wood coaster like that. Like, that is like, okay, so I don't know if you are, but I'm riding a coaster called the Beast this weekend. This is the one that's a beast. Like, to be 250 feet tall for a wooden coaster, I mean, that is massive. But yeah, I agree with you. This queue is really nice.
Can we change the park to nighttime really quick?
Absolutely.
I like to see all the lights.
Yeah, Jasmine's parks are better.
All of the lights.
Yeah. Last time I jokingly tried to sing, Maddie told me, for the love of God, please don't try to sing anymore. So.
Oh, what
I'm
were
just
you
kidding.
singing?
I'm just kidding. Oh, I don't even know. I can't remember. We were doing a video together. And it was, yeah, but, oh, I like the lights with the turbines.
Yeah.
And then you got this floodlight, or the spotlights kind of lighting up different parts of the coaster, and especially with the wooden coaster.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And
Yeah, that would be cool to ride at night.
Yeah, and those are buried in the ground, which is nice too. So, can at least see some of the coaster track at night.
Mm-hmm.
You come over the hill. Whoop. Yep. Yeah, that's a nice coaster. Yeah, I think it's between that one and the B&M. I think it's probably this one was my favorite, this B&M coaster. Oh, we need to see the bird area. Look how that's lit up.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's nice. So let's see. I wonder how this queue area is lit up. Because this is my favorite queue. So I think in terms of area of the parks, this is my favorite area.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Like,
I do like this.
I think it's the most detailed area. And it's so unique too, right?
And then he had part of the ride inside.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm sure that took a lot of time.
Oh yeah, planting all these, all the foliage. What are those in there? Oh, that's leaves.
Just leaves.
Okay. Yeah, this is nice. I like it. It's awesome. Yeah. So, do you have any other final thoughts about the park?
No, but I think I like this park. Good job, Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think this is. It's always interesting to look at creators' parks and kind of see how they grow and different stuff, because I think was it Adventureland, Adventure Lake? Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think you definitely have improved on building and all different stuff since that park. And then you also did your Stage Door Studios, which was kind of like while this one was going on, but I think you made improvements in that one as well. And so it's great. Can't wait to see what you're working on next, which is actually the Alton Towers recreation, which if you haven't checked it out on his YouTube channel, I'll put the link to that below because it is fantastic. And yeah, anything else to say, Jasmine, as we wrap this up?
No, other than we appreciate you joining us in our video.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we really appreciate, Tommy, everything you've done to kind of help us out the past couple months, and look forward to spotlighting more of your creations in the future. And, who knows, maybe a collab at some point. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. But, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go check out or rate and download and check out Tommy CM's channel, and have a great rest of your day.